I don't really know that my headphones are working right now, but we're going to keep them on because it was sounding okay when I tested the recordings. This is going to be my first episode of Car Talk, and it's basically just going to be between the gym and work. When I'm in the commute, I have like 40 minutes, so I can talk about things that I think about in the gym. It's like 6 a.m. Oh, sorry, it's actually 7 now, but yeah, so I woke up at 5 to do my workout before work. I'm trying to do my patient care hours for the PA program that I'm trying to get into, and I need like between 500 and 2,000 hours for most schools. Super competitive program. Your grade point average has to be very good, so I'm back in school trying to get straight A's, and I was never an A student, which has been an interesting experience. And yeah, I'm working at a rehab facility where I basically transport patients, help them in and out of bed. I work with a bunch of occupational therapists and also physical therapists, and a little bit with speech therapy as well. And I'm pretty much kind of their bitch, but you know, it is what it is. But I get to do a lot of hands-on things with patients, and a lot of stuff that I've never done before, because I've been in the fitness industry for the past, well, pretty much decade, if you include everything that I've done with aquatics as well. So it's been an interesting experience for me, and it's also interesting to go from being an expert in your field to the health field, where I know a lot of what they're doing and what they're talking about through my own personal experience with clients. But as far as being confident, competent, really, I don't know. It's been a learning curve, because I'm not the expert anymore, and far from it. You know, I've got a lot of school left. So for me, it's been a great experience, a lot of learning. There are a lot of things that I've learned from the therapists that I didn't really know. And, you know, from patients too, because when you're in the fitness industry, you're actually, even though you're working with a lot of obese individuals and people are coming back from injury, you tend to see them when they're fully recovered. And I know this video is really shaky. I'm sorry for whoever's watching the video. It's a bridge. If you can't see in the background, I'm on a bridge right now, and also with snowbirds, which are really fun to deal with. Anyways, so back to the topic. So you see clients when you're in the training industry that are fully recovered, or at least to the point where you can work with them. A lot of times I'm working with people straight out of surgery now, and helping the physical therapist keep them upright. You know, there's a lot of lifting out of a wheelchair. Most of the patients in the facility are in wheelchairs the whole time they're there, up until the last day, you know, that they leave, and they have to do about 3 hours of therapy a day just to get moving in the right direction. The other thing too is, we always talk about diabetes and eating unhealthy. It is completely different when you see it firsthand. You know, some great examples are people with neuropathy, amputations on one or more of their limbs, and, you know, just complete, if you don't know what I'm talking about, basically they're losing circulation to the extensions of their body. And so for a lot of people with diabetes, they will get amputated. You know, they'll end up with like gangrene and have to have their fingers or toes or feet or whole entire leg amputated due to circulation reasons. And it's one of those things where it's one thing to see it in a textbook, and it's another to help somebody that has had to have both of their legs removed, get in a wheelchair. And it really reinforces the fact that you need to think about your nutrition besides the part about having excess weight and, you know, not looking good. There's the other part of, like, it really is important for health. And I feel like a lot of my clients that I've trained before would have seen some of the things I've seen in the past 2 months. They would be more likely to stick with their workout program and think about the diet a little bit more. So it's been enlightening, to sum it all up. I'm at like 5 minutes here, and I didn't really want to record, extensive. And I'm going to try to put this, I have a new podcast, which if you're listening to this will probably be the first episode, maybe first of 10, where I'm going to talk more about generalizations of health, fitness, meditation, goal setting, just a little bit different than what we were doing with FAQ Fitness Podcast. And also it's going to be me and probably some guests, but I'm just going to kind of do it on my own solo because it's impossible to get with my co-host Chuck on FAQ Fitness Podcast if you listen to that. So I'm going to try to do these things on my own, which is going to be probably a lot of me talking in the car because I am going to school full time. I have 3 science classes this semester, and I'm also doing this almost like internship, if you'd call it that. So a lot of driving, a lot of time in the library, and not a lot of time to upload this stuff. So it's going to be lower quality, fast-paced stuff, but I hope that it does give you some enlightenment like it has for me to work in this place, and I can, give you some valuable take-homes in a shorter, abbreviated version, and we can all learn together. So that was my goal with this new podcast, and you'll see that in the future episodes. Thank you for listening, and if you're watching, thank you for putting up with this terrible highway noisy drive with shakiness. All right, peace.